Hey everybody, this is Rydo and we are back to grow up. So, we're somewhat haphazardly working our way downward to the planet. The general idea is to find crystals and kind of not try to do anything else besides find crystals. Unfortunately, it's not really worth your time to just look on the map. Like that right there could be a bug, it could be a crystal. Turned out it's a bug. Alright, so I'm almost at ground zero. I'm on top of a mountain that's on the solid ground. And we're just gonna climb until we can jump again. And my biggest success here would be if I could find enough crystals to upgrade the next level, and it would give me infinite jetpack. I don't think infinite jetpack alone is going to solve my issues with doing the challenges, but it would, well, it's not even infinite jetpack that we need so much as we need infinite energy. The desert of this planet can reach 136 degrees Fahrenheit. I don't know why I know that. Right. So, ideally what we're trying to do is make it so we could fly around the planet and not trigger any of these radars. So we are here. There's a pod challenge up there. It's not really worth our effort to go that way. So I'm just gonna set a waypoint in a direction and move forward. We're getting pop in and pop out of items that are actually rather close to us. That's suspicious. I've been leaving. This game has been on, I think, since we started recording, so I may have hit a point where we're not really capable of accessing any more RAM. So yeah, one thing might be an entire island. One bar of detection might be an entire island away. So we're just trying to fly and see if we can hear the jingles. This guy is getting louder. Theoretically, I'm working off the theory, I guess, that these lower pod challenges might be easier. So we might just be able to clean up on the ground level pod challenges and unlock a new suit. Although, not really sure what a suit would give me. Looking for a cave. Not really running into something like that. Where is it hiding? kind of feel like I've been here before. Look around. See if we can find a cave entrance. See if we can see a crystal. There's gotta be a cave entrance somewhere here. And yeah, a lot of these might be tricky because you might be able to see them with the radar, but not access the cave that they're in unless you're really far away. In the water, I feel like the water should probably not be blue. It's nice and pretty and all, but it's a little too reflective, and if it were a black thick ooze that really scared you away from it, that might work better. Or if it was green or purple or just something a little bit more alien, you might have a opportunity for the game to visually enforce that you're not supposed to reach, you're not supposed to touch it, or you'll die. Or, you know, you might have little puddles where Bud walks through the puddles and you see little sparks. We had already put Mom together, but the pod is still giving us these little messages. Feels like those should have been turned off once we had beaten the main storyline of the game. Alright, you know what I need to do is this. Instead of just trying to rocket hover, I need to just fly around. Let's just try this pod challenge. I'm a little bored with looking for that one crystal. Right. Seriously, I missed them all. I missed every single bit of it. There's a cave entrance, though, so at least we've got that. That took forever. And they're even trying to throw you a bit of a bone because each of these caves tends to have two entrances, or an entrance and an exit. Apparently I didn't even start that challenge. I missed the very first one. So yeah, unless I want to make a deal about trying it again, I think we'll just fly to the next island. go. Alright, so we'll hit back and we'll try this. Alright, so we need to change the settings the other direction. We did it last time. We went up. This time I'm gonna go 3 up that way. And let's see if that helps. Not really. Well, moving on. We'll try this challenge. So I'm not really sure what. See, this feels like more of a jumping challenge, which feels more doable. We now have 2 challenges done. Which is okay, that's cool. And I'm just gonna see if I can find a crystal floating around. Seems like it's down this way. So, cave entrance. Always activate Teleruder's bud and polish your teeth in that order. I somehow managed to die. And I am way... Where'd the ship go? Interesting. Way back at the top, and that's definitely not where I want to be. Let's just start here. We may very well just have to go on journeys to every Teleruder location to see like which one. I suppose it's possible though we might have a few crystals that we need to collect that aren't anywhere near any of the Teleruders and or routers. I keep calling them routers. I guess they're routers. Are we accurate in assuming that the crystals are on the inside here? See this? This may not be right. there a crystal hanging down this way? I think I may have screwed up. Let's get out of this cave. We'll fly around the rest of the place. Alright. So it must be on the outside of the cave or the volcano. The controls still feel very wonky. There's a crystal. Right on it. Grab it, pull it out. Alright, and 13 more. And we got a second challenge done and it didn't unlock anything, which indicates to me that there's a decent chance we're gonna need 5 to 10 challenges complete before we can unlock a new thing. And here's a new telerouter. So not only are we listening for the audio visual of the telerouters, we're also listening for the audio visual of the crystals and probably something else. Right. So there's probably, if I was to guess, 2 or 3 things. Interesting. Still have another crystal somewhere around here. Looking for the ding ding, or whatever sound it makes the crystal does. Alright. So my radar says it's over in this general vicinity, and that doesn't look like it's up high unless it's hanging on the bottom of it. So it might actually be up here. Let's find every ship part and get to the moon, bud. We've already done that. They could have done you at least the decency of not having repetitive incorrect messages. Right. found it. It'll just be a matter of getting back to it. Come on. Oh man. Camera does not want to cooperate right now. Moving on to the next crystal on the ground floor. We will have to start working more in the area, like the higher sections of the worlds. I'm sure I'll have to start looking up higher. There's a crystal. They're certainly doing the same gimmick over and over again here, where you really wouldn't be able to make it if you're not. And they're gonna pull the same tricks, I think, over and over again. Where they're gonna try and have it so we can't reach some of these central locations. But the ball should be able to make it. Come on. Climb the walls just to avoid getting thrown out. I suppose we could try the challenge, and we'll try to keep things varied as much as possible. This might be pretty easy. Might be relatively easy, or this might be insane. Like, because the thing here, I guess, is that you're just gonna constantly get bounced, and so do you have enough time dealing with being bounced to potentially hit all of this? And it looks like the answer to that is no. Alright, moving on. There's another crystal. Barely made that. And off in any direction kind of all you need to do. It's just find a direction. If you flying all the way around the planet and you don't get even a single hit of a radar, then I'll probably be so close to collecting them all. There is definitely opportunity in this, though, that I would not find one or two of these crystals, and I might have to use like a walkthrough or something. That is kind of believable. Or, you know, we might run into a situation where the radar tells me there's a crystal, but I have no idea where. Alright. We were up higher, and it seemed to match. So, that implies to me that it is up higher. Yep, there we go. Now it's just a matter of convincing this to fly in the right direction. There we go. Five more. Fly in a general direction. There's another one. 4 more. Alright. Of course, the problem now is that these clouds are in the way. There it is. Right. This way apparently was not the right direction. Feels like the indicator might be pointing me towards a couple of different ones. Right. Let's go not that way. Not that way. Must be higher up. But that's kind of confusing too, because if it's higher up, it's not on the star plant. It's gotta be on a... There we go. Well, found which rock it is on. It's just a matter now of getting to it. Two more. Alright. Got 2, 3, 4. Where is it? Is it this island? No, it's not that island. planet is full of stuff. Planets are just awesome in general. Thanks, Pod, for your kind of mindless drivel. Although, compared to Air Memories of Old, I would still kind of prefer mindless silly drivel being repeated over pseudo-intellectual fake religion that Air Memories of Old was telling us in all the dialogue. Because yeah, there was a lot to say about that that was interesting, and I get that was probably translated from German, where this was probably translated a lot better. If it was translated at all, it was probably native English. Let's see. We've got the winds. So it must be downward. Yep, it's this. So, grab. Alright, we found it. Just... this is a pain. Even with all of this that I have, I still can't really grab it. This would be way easier if I could just hover. Alright. Just gonna hold on to the ground to make sure the winds don't grab me. One more. Which direction? Not that direction, clearly. I should ride one of these without the with the controls inversed. Just to see how that actually works. Alright. That did not take me to a crystal. So... Let's get back to a 3. Is it... Possibly, no, that's a 1. Is that higher up? It's a possibility. That's a 1. So it must be lower. Yeah. There it is. So last crystal for the next upgrade. Your 4 batteries are almost max. Great. So increased energy, making everything work a little bit better. And I guess we'll just fly around until we see a radar indicator. And we're having to fly quite a wide berth, which tells me probably have all the crystals in a section. And it feels like the first tick towards a crystal is probably a much bigger indicator than the second or third tick is. That's the way I would certainly design it, is to make sure it's pretty easy and obvious to to reach. So those mushrooms, when they get destroyed, it's like all of them get destroyed. And that's, I think, the only thing that's holding up this. I suppose that would happen if you did have floating islands with plants growing on them. You would eventually have some kind of species of something that grew all the way down and tethered your free-flowing floating island. Or you would potentially have a hanging ivy style of item that would drag. Then we need another 19 crystals until the next upgrade, which I suspect the next upgrade might be not that useful. It's probably going to be like a ball upgrade, and the ball really doesn't lock into any logical idea. If the ball could roll on water, which the game certainly never implied that it could, if it can do that, I'd be surprised, then you might have an excuse for like a Metroidvania-esque style of gameplay where you'd have the 4 separate different island sections with which can only be accessed once you could morph ball and use that morph ball to maybe cross lava, water, like poison fungus water. Like that could be different ways you lock things around. Each island then being separated and surrounded by a different kind of liquid that you wouldn't have been able to access in the first game, or move past in the first game. Of course, as soon as you introduce the ability to fly without invisible wind streams to make invisible walls, you're forever freeing the player to go wherever they want. That certainly was the case where it became a lot easier to beat this sequel to the game than I think the first game. I don't think the first game was actually that hard either. Just by the fact of I knew how to fly and glide. Let's see. No. There's nothing there. So we have like a 2, which makes me think that probably have to fly way up here. Yeah. There's the crystal. I may have tried to get this one before. And failed because of its hanging upside down. This. Not having to do too much climbing, and I'm happy for that. I'm hearing a jingling, which I'm almost certain means it's in this cave. those disappearing vines. And mushrooms. Let's get out of the cave. They don't really want to give you long, complicated caves, which I guess is fine. Like, it does make sense. Why did the telerouters, by the way, say Bud on them? Shouldn't it have its own name? Or maybe these telerouters can only be used by me. Yeah, if you were to remaster this game, I don't know what you really need to remaster, frankly, because you just change the low polygon graphics to maybe realistic real-world graphics, and then I'm not sure it really would be worth that effort. But I'm a little surprised that there hasn't been a re-release of some sort. Alright, let's try this. Let's do this. Ah. We got 12 seconds to fly back through like one. It seemed relatively simple, that one, so I think I might be able to do this. But they're certainly not making these easy on me. Alright, yeah, there's a whole bunch of these I'm missing. Yeah, I don't have anywhere close to the right amount of time for that. Alright. We don't really have anything else, any abilities or anything, so fly in a general direction until we see a crystal indicator. It looks like there's something this way, but I'm not getting any crystals, so that's probably just another challenge. And after failing one challenge, I'm not really interested in doing another. There's still plenty of crystals around. I think maybe a lot of them are in areas that are later on in the game. So we might get near one crystal, and that might lead to another 10 or 15 of them. There's a crystal. That was moving way too fast. I'm kind of wondering about the achievements for this game, though. I feel like it might boil down to doing a lot of, well, probably just looking at a walkthrough and finding very specific things. Probably the little collectible items we've found, little blocks and pencil. And maybe you just have to pick them up and hold them in your hand, or maybe you have to do something more to them than that. This is a jump one, so this shouldn't be too hard. So that's the end of that, and unless I missed something, I should be okay, because that will do that, and then we can hover from that to that to that towards this. Alright, got it. Another challenge done. We would need 2 more before we get our next outfit. And I don't know if we're really super justified in trying to do all the challenges. I guess that probably would be all the achievements though. Right. Interesting. There's a crystal. And guess it's down this way. Four more, 14 more. Right, which way for the next crystal? The pop-in is making it a little easier than it should be to find these, because it seems like the important items load in first. Next. Yeah, not really surprised that this would lead to a crystal. Although, I have to work a little hard to find where that crystal actually is. If we complete pod challenges, I'll give you cool new suits. Yep, it is. In the middle of this. Right, come in here and shoot me straight up. I may have to do that twice. That was kind of cool. More dynamic than most of the interactions in this game. Right. These crystals obviously aren't the only thing making these rocks float, because if that was the case, then these rocks would fall. It wouldn't be a terrible idea if we did run into some sort of material that made the rocks fall, or maybe once the star plants drain the energy rocks if the star plants weren't holding them up. If they died, then the rocks would start falling. Some of the islands would. See, that's a telerouter that we've already activated, so don't have to worry about this. This is, I believe, the first area of the game, and so we were being kind of cautious and not spending extra time because we didn't have any abilities. Really? That was weird. That was a very wonky bounce. It'd be nice if we could just teleport to the challenges straight from where they are, but I guess maybe that would be too much, too many locations to teleport from. Right. Keep on going. I think I'm probably supposed to be not hovering, but instead parasailing through these. But honestly, it's easier to fly through these this way than it is this way. 16 seconds, and I clearly missed one. So forget it. Move on. I'd rather find crystals. These challenges are tough. Right, so that moved us away. Back. Oh my goodness. Have we really been going 24 minutes over? Either I didn't hit my reset and then I'm gonna end this recording 6 minutes early on my timer. I didn't reset the timer. Or we've been going 24 minutes over. Either way, we made a decent amount of progress on this recording. Unfortunately, it seems like all the recordings going forward are going to be either examples of me finding lots of crystals or failing at least moderately most of the time on these pod challenges until something is more reasonable there. Anyways, that's going to be it for this recording. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment, and watch every second of my videos. If you want to friend or follow me on any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.